will I lose my license after a DUI? A DUI arrest in San Diego can put your license at risk even before your criminal case reaches a resolution. California's DMV operates two separate processes that can both affect your driving privileges after a DUI arrest. The first is the administrative per se process, which is based on the arrest itself, your chemical test result, or an alleged refusal to take the test. For a first adult DUI arrest with a BAC of 0.08% or higher, the DMV can impose a 4-month suspension without waiting for any court conviction. A first refusal or failure to complete the required chemical test can result in a full 1-year suspension of your driving privileges. The second DMV action is conviction-based, meaning it only happens if your DUI charge leads to an actual conviction in court. For a first DUI conviction, the DMV generally imposes a 6-month suspension on top of any administrative action already taken. When the court refers you to a 9-month DUI program because your BAC was 0.2% or higher, the conviction-based suspension extends to 10 months. The most critical deadline you face is the 10-day rule for requesting a DMV administrative per se hearing after your arrest. When officers arrest you for DUI, they typically take your California driver's license and give you a temporary license valid for 30 days. To protect your right to challenge the administrative suspension before it takes effect, you must request a hearing within 10 days of receiving the suspension order. Missing this 10-day deadline can allow the suspension to begin automatically after your temporary license expires, and you may lose your chance to fight it. At the administrative per se hearing, a DMV hearing officer reviews whether the arresting officer had reasonable cause to believe you were driving under the influence. The hearing officer also examines whether you were lawfully arrested and whether you were actually driving with a BAC of 0.08% or higher. An attorney can appear on your behalf at this hearing, cross-examine the arresting officer, and challenge the accuracy of BAC test results. If the hearing officer determines the DMV has not met its burden on any required issue, the administrative suspension will be set aside completely. Even if you win your DMV hearing, you may still face a separate conviction-based suspension if your criminal case results in a DUI conviction. For many San Diego drivers, a license suspension can severely affect work schedules, family responsibilities, medical appointments, and daily transportation needs. Eligible drivers may have restricted license options available, but specific DMV requirements must be satisfied before any restriction can be issued by the department. Understanding both the administrative and conviction-based processes is essential for protecting your driving privileges after a DUI arrest in California. Contact the law offices of Anna or Yum at 619-233-4433, located at 1230 Columbia St. No. 1140, San Diego, California, 92101 to discuss your DUI license defense options today.